Imagine, for a moment, that your mind is not a mysterious cloud of thoughts, but a computer, powerful, brilliant, and capable of extraordinary things, except that it's been running the same outdated software for years. And for the first time, someone hands you the manual, the one that shows you how to rewrite the code, reset the system, and finally take control. Welcome, friends, to today's episode, where we step inside the fascinating world of mind hacking, a book that teaches you how to reprogram your thoughts, reshape your habits, and reclaim your mental freedom in just 21 days. It's not magic, it's not pseudoscience. It's a practical, structured, almost playful guide to mastering the one thing that controls every part of your life, your mind. Let's dive in. The book opens with a bold declaration. You are not your thoughts. You are the programmer behind them. This idea hits with unexpected force because most people go through life believing their mind controls them. The author invites you to step back, observe your thoughts from a distance, and recognize that the chaos inside your head is simply code written long ago by childhood influences, habits, fears, and repeated patterns. He compares the mind to a computer infected with mental viruses, negative loops, self-doubt, distraction habits, impulsive reactions, and hidden fears that run quietly in the background. You don't notice them, but they influence every decision you make. This is where the book becomes engagingly practical. The author introduces the first major technique, mind watching. It sounds simple, but it's transformative. You observe your thoughts like a scientist, not a judge. He uses the analogy of watching cars pass on a highway. You're not the cars, you're the observer. He shares the story of a young programmer who believed he was lazy. But once he practiced mind watching, he realized his brain was simply looping the same self-critical message. Once he observed the loop without believing it, the power of the message dissolved. This is the first step in hacking the mind. Awareness breaks the automatic program. From there, the book moves into a fascinating breakdown of habit loops, the triggers, the actions, the rewards. The author explains how most people live in invisible loops that run without conscious permission. For example, a simple notification sound triggers the urge to check the phone. Checking gives a dopamine reward, and the brain reinforces the loop. This is not a bad habit. It is a precise program running flawlessly. To change it, you must rewrite the code. This leads to the book's second and most powerful tool, debugging the mind. Like a computer programmer scans for errors in code, you scan your own thinking for negative loops. The author gives a memorable example. If your brain says, "I can't do that," ask it for the source code. Where did that belief come from? Who wrote it? How long has it been running? He tells the story of a woman who always hesitated to speak in meetings. Through debugging, she discovered the belief came from a childhood teacher who once mocked her for answering incorrectly. When she recognized this, the loop lost its hold on her. The narrative then shifts into the heart of the book, the 21-day mind hacking program, a structured system designed to rewire the brain step by step. He compares it to training a puppy. Your mind can learn anything, but it requires repetition, clarity, and consistency. During the first week, the goal is awareness. You document your thought loops, your impulses, your distractions, and your emotional triggers. The book uses simple daily exercises where you catch your mind wandering and gently bring it back, just like strengthening a muscle. One example is thought pings, setting a reminder to check your thinking pattern every few hours. People report surprising discoveries during this phase, like how often they drift into imaginary arguments or replay past embarrassments. During the second week, the program shifts into rewriting. This is where you replace old loops with intentional ones. Instead of "I always procrastinate," your mind learns "I start small and momentum carries me forward." Instead of "I can't stay focused," you train yourself to think "I return to focus with ease." The author insists these aren't affirmations, they are new mental programs that become stronger through repetition. He shares a powerful example of a man who rewrote his fear of failure loop by repeatedly telling his mind, "Mistakes are data, not identity." Within weeks, his anxiety decreased dramatically. In the final week, the program becomes exciting. Installation of new mental habits. Here, the focus shifts from thought to action. You train your brain through small, consistent behaviors that reinforce your new identity. He calls them mental upgrades, deliberate practices like choosing mindful focus over distraction, practicing gratitude at specific moments, taking decisive small actions, designing your environment to reduce temptation. He shares the example of a woman who hacked her morning routine by placing her phone across the room at night. That single action reprogrammed her mornings, leading to less stress and more productivity. A micro hack with macro results. One of the most fascinating parts of the book is its discussion of thought loops and imagination. The author explains that the mind constantly simulates scenarios, some helpful, some destructive. He tells the humorous story of imagining someone not replying to your message because they must be upset, when in reality they were simply busy or forgot. These loops drain mental energy and create unnecessary emotional reactions. By learning to interrupt them, to say, "This is a simulation, not reality," you regain control of your emotional state. The book also explores attention hijacking, how modern technology, apps, and digital platforms are designed to capture attention using reward loops. He gives the example of how social media platforms keep users scrolling endlessly through unpredictable dopamine triggers, similar to slot machines. Understanding this allows you to reclaim your focus and stop being manipulated by external systems. Toward the end, the book expands into a deeper idea. You can reinvent your identity through mental programming. Your mind is not a fixed personality. It's a flexible operating system. You can rewrite who you believe to be, confident, disciplined, patient, courageous, by consistently feeding the mind new loops and reinforcing them through action. The book concludes with a powerful message. Your mind is your most powerful tool, but it can also be your most dangerous enemy. When you learn to observe it, interrupt it, rewrite it, and guide it, you become the master of your inner world, and everything in your outer world begins to change accordingly. Mind hacking is not about becoming a different person. It's about becoming the person you were always capable of being. And that brings us, friends, to the end of today's journey inside the extraordinary world of mind hacking. But the real transformation doesn't happen in the listening. It happens in the practiced moments, when you catch a thought, rewrite a loop, or choose focus over distraction. If you begin shaping your mind with intention, even in the smallest ways, your entire